or when he writes and he's just sitting there mumbling to himself in falsetto, by the way.
Wow.
Yo, when he writes a rhyme, he doesn't go, cheer, when the Remy's in the city. He doesn't do that. He goes, yo, yo, when the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling when I fucking will like this, and that's what they be yelling, I'm up in my blood. And he like taps you on the shoulder and takes it back again. That's what he writes in falsetto.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That's odd and different.
That's
weird and amazing and makes him a character.
The impression I get from it in my own brain is just that like he has so much respect for like what the final word in the craft is, that like until it's really worked out in his head that it's that good, it doesn't go into his normal voice. I don't know if that's just like preposterous.
Maybe.
But to me, I'm like,
maybe. I don't know why he do. I got to ask him why he does that. I don't know why he does it, but that he's always done that.
Everybody has their own creative process. Why Pharrell decided to speak to the world about Jay-Z writing in falsetto is, I don't understand that. I've seen in the Fade to Black air quote documentary him kind of writing in his head, which we know that Biggie Smalls used to do that. I know a guy who does that. No pen, no paper, whole shit right in their head. You know, which is amazing to me. But I never knew that he did it in falsetto, which is weird. And Pharrell says weird, strange. I mean, no, nigga, it's just weird. So, and then Mark Ronson tries to justify it by saying, oh, maybe he feels like until it's good enough, it doesn't come out in his own voice. No, it's just weird. It's just weird. Now, Jay-Z's extremely talented. First of all, for anyone to be able to do that, that's a talent on its own. But just even apart from that, Jay-Z's great. He's an amazing lyricist. But that shit is fucking weird. And no one, not even him, Hove, is gonna be able to make that make sense for me. I'm sorry.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I understand. Obviously, it's a little bit strange, but the thing that I understand about artists, and especially some of the greatest artists that we have in our generation, they're weird. They're all weird. They all have complexities and things that they do that are very, very strange, right? Listen, some of the things that are strange about them are illegal, such as their desires as what type of women or age groups or style of women they want. You know what I mean? Some people like transgender. There's a whole bunch of things out there that I could name, right? But I believe that the weirdest part about the genius that comes with the music is you have to be a little bit crazy. I think you do. I think if you've had a regular life, regular life, and you've never really experienced anything, and you've never tried to look outside of what they show you in front of your face all day, I believe that if you were to go to the music field and start writing some music, your songs would suck. I believe that without those crazy people who's trailblazed and walk through that way, that we wouldn't even be as far as we are today. So when I hear about an artist doing something that seems a little bit odd, and the whole time I thought that Jay-Z was just a regular, Jay-Z comes off as just the cool guy in the room all the time. It was just super cool, but it's nice to see that he has something weird about him too. That the genius came from somewhere a little bit different.
Yeah, that's fine. And look, everything that you just said a moment ago, apart from, that it's nice to see there's something weird about him. I agree with everything what you're saying. I wasn't talking about artists and art coming from, Wonder Bread, plain water mayonnaise life. No, artists are tortured souls. Well, some of them are, and the best ones are. So, obviously you got to go through some shit to speak on some shit, different perspective. I'm just saying, when the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling what. That's weird. That's all I'm saying. It's weird. That's fine. His process. That could be his process. It's still weird. You agreed to it. Pharrell agrees. Mark Ronson. We all agree it's weird. That's all I'm saying. Weird. And I gotta be honest. No, I'm staying with weird. I gotta be honest. If I ever had the opportunity to be in the studio with Jay-Z, either recording a song with him, recording him in the studio, just there. And this is Hove. And I heard Hove bust out one of those. I'm probably going to start laughing. And that'll be the last time that I ever have an interaction with Jay-Z. But I wouldn't be able to keep it in. I'm sorry. To me, that would be funny as hell. That would be hilarious.
You could be laughing and you could be hilarious, and it could be all of those things. You know what's going to happen right now? You know what's going to happen because of who Jay-Z is? There's other rappers out there that are hearing this story, that all of a sudden they going to start writing their raps or trying to do their raps. And when they recite it back to themselves, it's going to be in a falsetto voice.
And I'll tell you this.
This is going to be a regular thing.
And I'll tell you this. If I'm ever in a studio with any one of you people, I'm even just talking about local Toronto niggas, any one of you motherfuckers, and I hear you spitting your verse back in falsetto, I'm going to laugh even harder. And then I'll actually do a little bit more and just walk out of our session. Because to me, Hove is influential. Yes, very influential. But to the point where he's influencing your creative process, the creativity is supposed to come from you. I no longer want to work with you anymore in any shape, form, fashion. We're done. But viewing public, what are you thoughts?
Some of the greatest songs were created in falsetto. For example, a song by The Dream called Falsetto.
Yeah. Again, what are your thoughts here? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Look,